And today, well, wow, we are diving into a paper and, honestly, a whole philosophical experiment by Steve Sayles. The title is quite something, David Bowie, the Starman Variations. I'm going to walk you through it in a friendly, curious, and definitely neutral spirit. So, what's this all about, and why should you care? Here's the core question Sayles is asking. Can we treat popular music not as mere entertainment, not just as social commentary, but as deep philosophy? Specifically, is there such a thing as a metaphysics of sound? And can David Bowie's constant shape-shifting through personas and genres help us understand, or even perform, what it means to be human in our endlessly mediated modern world? It's ambitious, it's weird, it's fun, and it might even make your next listen of Bowie a totally new, brain-tingling thing. Let's get into Sayles' approach. This is where things get spicy. Instead of doing biography or classic music analysis, Sayles invents something he calls the Prosodyne. Well, yeah, the word's new, so don't feel lost. The Prosodyne combines poetry's rhythm and imagery with super-reflective, almost phenomenological, philosophical thought. Each Prosodyne that Sayles writes about a Bowie song tries to make the music think as much as feel. It's not dissecting Bowie or translating his songs into dry, detached theory. It's trying to know by moving with the rhythm, by seeing meaning as something vibrating, open, always in flux, kind of wild, right? Why does this matter for you? Well, if you're a fan of Bowie, or really any music, Sayles is asking you to notice how songs invite us not just to reflect, but to become with them, to sense identity and reality as less like fixed objects, more like shifting fields of sound and resonance. He draws on a huge mix of old-school philosophy. Think Heidegger, Augustine, even negative theology. Look that one up if you want a long philosophical rabbit hole. Trust me. And he throws it into the blender with pop, electronica, rock, all that Bowie did. The result? He claims that modern identity today is a performance. That we are all staging and restaging ourselves again and again, and maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe I'll pause to digress for a second, because, well, thinking of identity and music, do you ever listen to a song you loved years ago and suddenly experience this rush, almost like you're in two times at once, past you and present you, having this weird conversation through your earbuds? Music's power, right? Anyway, that's sort of what Sayles is chasing, but cranked up to a metaphysical fever pitch. Sayles isn't just analysing lyrics, he's arranging Bowie's songs out of chronological order like philosophical stations: exile, desire, collapse, thirst, return. So each phase in Bowie's career becomes a stand-in for a phase in human experience. Space Oddity is not just a space tale, it's a meditation on existential separation. Blackstar isn't just a swan song, it's a kind of musical transfiguration. Every mask Bowie wore, a cosmic outsider, flamboyant alien, doomed romantic. Sayles reads as a what-if for the self. Who could I be? How many times could I become someone new? And is that journey toward wholeness or just eternal fragmentation? And Sayles goes even further. He claims that music, more than visuals or words, gets at reality's deepest structure. Sound is about resonance. It literally moves through us, connecting us, shaping our moods, and maybe even our experience of who we are. Connection over separation. That's quite a claim, huh? Look, some listeners or readers are bound to think, okay, this is just clever philosophy wrapped around cool pop music. Others might be thrilled that someone is finally treating Bowie like the existential experimental artist he was. Academic research, and especially something as exuberant as Sayles' experiment, is an invitation to fresh ways of experiencing what you already think you know. So, next time you put on Heroes or Blackstar, or heck, Let's Dance, maybe you'll catch yourself asking, am I just listening to a song? Or am I getting tugged along in a centuries-old search for meaning? Heavy stuff, and yet, like Bowie, you're free to shrug, dance and keep asking questions. That's the best part of real intellectual work. It never stops moving.